hopping mad.
Good to get stocked up. Always worth stocking up.
Do you smell that? The air here. It's almost sweet. Be wary. There are vampires about, and that smell means they're on the prowl. It's best you didn't wander alone. Sabon. I lead a small band of vampire hunters. We heard rumors of an infestation of the feral monsters in this region. But we didn't realize just how bad it was until we arrived. A powerful vampire lord and his clan are terrorizing the region. We are going to kill as many of them as we can, until they overtake us, or we've wiped them out. You look like you can hold your own in a fight. We can always use more help if you're interested. Good. 4 hunters is better than 3 any day. Closer than you might think. You want to meet them? Zungag, Agalir, come meet our new friend.
No need to shout, Subon.
Are you ready to take the sword to these aberrations? Oblivion's own children. That's all I need to know. Anyone who tries to harm us will answer to my blade.
A new recruit, eh? I hope you can keep pace. The blood will run fast and thick when the vampires attack, and I can't watch your back and mine. Gods, I hope so. But don't let Augalier hear me say it. Superstitious Redguard. I say you don't become a vampire hunter if you don't like taking risks. The more they fight, the more fun it is. Well...
Looks like you've made your introductions. Time to get to work. All right. Pay close attention. I'll try to be brief, but if we don't all focus on doing our job, we're as good as dead. The vampires in this area are controlled by a single powerful vampire lord. He likely sired most of them himself. Take this bloodstone. Don't lose it. It has the power to turn water to blood and whip up a ferocious hunger in the most sated vampire. When the time is right, we're going to use it to lure the vampire lord out of his hidey hole. Listen closely. This is the plan. We're going to lay a trap in the abandoned village up the hill. Zungarg, you guard the west gate.
No one's getting by me.
Augalier, you're on the ridge by the east gate.
May the divines guide my bow.
I'll take the north. Our new friend will use the bloodstone to lay the bait in the well at the center of town.
I love this part.
Drop the bloodstone into the well. Blood will spout forth, and it'll draw the vampires out of hiding. We'll be waiting to cut them down. The vampire lord won't sit by while we thin his flock. If you see him, whistle. If everyone's ready, let's get into position.
Whoever kills the fewest bloodsuckers buys the drinks.
Don't joke, lest the divines punish your frivolity.
You could craft something nice with that.
Look out! They're coming from the stables! I think I hear something in the old smithy. Stay sharp! I could kill these things all day! They are swarming out of the longhouse! Stand firm! That's the last of them. Good work. Damn it! What went wrong? The Vampire Lord should have appeared by now. Where are Zungarg and Agalir? Everyone was in their places. The plan was working perfectly. This doesn't bode well. I'll go west and see if I can find Zungarg. You go to the East Gate and look for Agalir. But keep your guard up. There's no end to vampire tricks. Oh no! Not Agalir! No, not Agalir! I'm such a fool. Clearly the Vampire Lord saw through our trap. Agalir's death is on my head. No. No body either. That's no comfort. When dealing with vampires, the lack of a body usually only means one thing. I pray I'm wrong. We need to keep looking for Zungarg. And if he's... Oh, praise Stendar! There he is! I never thought I'd be so happy to see that stupid orc in all my days.
I followed the Vampire Lord right to his lair. It's in the cave, north of town.
Quick, follow him! Slay the Vampire Lord! For Agalir!
Better overstocked than under. Let's knock some heads. Good eye.
Move now!
Pay for this vampire scum! Meet me outside. I need to get out of here. So that's it then. The Vampire Lord is dead. As are Zungarg and Agalir. I've lost partners before, but you never get used to it. I feel responsible. I'll bury my friends. Then, I suppose I'll seek out more companions in the next vampire lair. I can't rest until this scourge is wiped from Tamriel. Zungarg and Agalir felt the same. Thank you for your help, friend.
Look at you! Give him a fight!
face my personal slave. Nomad Hagar, come forth and stop these worms. May your soul burn.
Someone left this here. It's yours now. Ready. Building up a stash. Good thinking.
Mortal, you stand above the sealed ruins of Leloria. Within is a gateway to Cold Harbor, where my priestess, Kulanway, suffers at the hands of Molag Bal. Her pain is so great, it has torn a hole between worlds. This injustice must end. I am the Daedric, Prince of Dawn and Dusk, who weeps for Kulanway's suffering. I am the Mother of the Rose, who sealed Leloria away from your world. I am Azura, mortal, and I would have you end Kulanway's endless torment. Long ago, the wizard Vastari came to Leloria. She sought to end Kulanway's suffering, but Vastari failed and was lost. Go to Vastari's tower, retrace her path into Leloria, and mortal, set Kulanway's bones to rest. Vastari kept careful records of her struggle to pierce Leloria's seal. They remain scattered in her tower. Find them. Use them to breach the seal and recover Kulanway. A powerful wizard who built the tower behind you. She studied Leloria for years, always patient, until finally she found a way through. But despite her preparations, Molag Bal's servants overwhelmed her companions. She was forever lost. Leloria is the mouth of a bottle that floats through Cold Harbor. My seal is the cork. Should I release the seal, Molag Bal's servants will pour into Leyloria until they have nowhere else to go but here. Vistari found a way to slip past the seal, as must you. Kulanway was the most beloved of my servants. Her voice bent the world to her will, yet she used her power for selfless works. Until she was taken to Cold Harbor. Molag Bal made her song of pain last millennia. But in his distraction, you will recover her.
This one.
Well, I'm here.
Here again, I mean, yes, mortal? Greetings, outsider. As the will of my prince is eternal, I heed your call. Azura. You know of Azura, don't you? Irai the Fleet, she named me. But that was long ago. This shriveled vessel is but a shadow of my former glory. My wings ache to soar the skies of oblivion once more. Vistari pierced the seal with a relic known as the Twilight Heart. It still stands before the gates of Leyloria, bereft of magical energies. You'll need to feed it souls, and with all these Daedra about, you'll have your pick. The wizard Vistari kept quite the stock of sigil geodes, which I suppose should do. There are still some around. I can smell them from here. Of course, she was the last to summon me. Together we opened the ruins of Leyloria. She ventured in with her noble companions. I watched them die in a flood of Daedra. It was all I could do to escape and seal the ruin, Vistari's final command. Ignoring the fact that my prince's unbreakable will compels me to open the way to Leyloria, despite the unspeakably bloody terror to greet you on the other side. You could be Molag Bal himself for all I know. I'd still help you open the door, Lord of Brutality or not. You aren't him, are you? Good, good. I'd expect the Harvester of Souls to be taller. Try waiting in a rock until someone calls your name. Then watch them reduced to a smear of viscera the moment you do what they've asked you to do. You try to find joy where you can. The joy of aiding another, of course. Quite simple to use. Pointed at the Daedra you want to absorb, and the Sigil Geode does the rest.
Let's make this quick. Who's next?
That's it! The Twilight Heart thirsts for souls! And if I twist just so... The power! I'd forgotten how it feels! Follow, outsider. Come see my prince's glorious domain! You live?
Yes, Irai, despite your efforts.
My prince's children were legion. They should have overwhelmed you.
Molag Bal's chattel are nothing to me.
Blasphemy!
Stranger, if you're a foe to Molag Bal, stand with me.
Fools! I'll feast upon your eyes! No! You won't defeat me again!
You've nowhere to fly, fiend. You can't escape me. The Sigil Geode? Do you still have it? Touching the Sigil Geode to Irai's forehead will absorb her soul. It's the only way we'll ever leave this place. If she dies outside of that stone, we'll spend the next century counting the tiles in this place. I noted 32,708, but you're welcome to check my figures. In the depths of this ruin is a portal leading straight to Cold Harbor. We can only close it from the other side. Once in Cold Harbor, we'll have no hope of escape unless Irai is inside that stone. Quickly! I can't keep this up for long.
It doesn't matter what you do to me. You'll be dead or trapped for 1,000 years. Molag Bal is my prince, you fool! I let Vistari believe I was Azura's servant, just as I let you believe. I led you into Cold Harbor's grasp, morsels for the god of schemes to pick from between his teeth.
At last, after all these years. I'm not one to hope any creature suffers, but with Irai, I'll make an exception. She can spend eternity in the Sigil Geode for all I care. Irai is bound to her tablet. While she's within the Sigil Geode, we can use her as a tether to escape from Cold Harbor. If I hadn't been so quick to destroy her those years ago, my companions would still be alive. Come, we should retrieve Kulanwe. At the base of these ruins is the hole her torment tears between worlds. But the moment we enter, Molag Bal's servants are likely to sense our presence. I'd have long ago made the attempt myself, if I had anywhere to flee. We must find Kulanwe and free her from whatever cruel device causes her so much pain. Doing so should end her torment. When she no longer cries out, the rift between Cold Harbor and Leiloria should close, I hope. I kept this library clear of Daedra, but the chambers beyond are home to a variety of the creatures. It may be best to avoid them.
Shake it off!
Can you feel her suffering? Her agony? For 1,000 years, her pain tunneled through the void, always reaching for her last memories of a life free of suffering. No more! Come, we end this today.
Better luck next time. Oh, wait.
Good. Now the other. That's it! Quickly! Free Kulan away from the altar!
Thank you.
We've done it! We freed Kulan away from her torment! Oh, it was worth the wait. Irai brought us both through the seal. It's only fitting she bring us back. I can use the sigil geode to trace her soul back, and then it's a simple matter to open a portal. Are you ready? Then prepare yourself. Departing Cold Harbor is never easy. It is good to stand beneath the sky once more, to feel the breeze upon my skin. And I wouldn't have made it here without you. My home is always open to you, should you care to visit. 88 years, 3 months, 11 days, 13 hours, 7 minutes. All right, I'm showing off. I used a simple spell to mark the time. It was the first thing I did when I realized I was trapped. It's not entirely precise, so I had to guess the minutes. Clear my Tower of Daedra for one, memorialize my companions who did not return, organize my effects. Then I'll find out what has transpired in this world since I left. I have some catching up to do. For a time, though I expect my attention shall be drawn elsewhere soon enough. There was something different in Cold Harbor. The air was a little too full, the fires too bright. Molag Bal's Corner of Oblivion holds many secrets. I plundered several from his halls a lifetime ago. Did you know? I did it to impress a boy. What a fool I was. Telakar, a powerful mage, brilliant, always focused upon his work, hardly striking, though such things never mattered to me. It took my escapade in Cold Harbor to convince him there were adventurous women outside of his books, but that was long ago.
Kulanwe, beloved of the Wild Ones, my priestess returns from the clutches of Cold Harbor at last. So I have seen. A mortal has managed what the eternal dead could not. Much when it is time. You have taught humility to a Daedric prince, mortal. Tread carefully, for he will attempt to exact his revenge. Now go with my blessing. When I have need of you, you will know.
We hiked all the way up here for this. You know what that's good for? Ah, you'll figure it out.
Away. Moon sugar is a spice used in many Khajiiti dishes. Calling it cat drugs is demeaning to me and my people.
I may have spoken harshly, but moon sugar is dangerous. It's used to make skooma, as your people know very well. And therefore, it's a drug. If skooma is illegal, moon sugar should also be.
Preposterous. That's like saying we should stop growing golden pears because they are used to make ale. You elves are too much for me sometimes, always losing sight of the forest for the trees. Well, what do you think? Yes, you.
Hey, over here. Oh, thank Ifre. I wasn't sure I would find anyone out here. My village needs help. The forest has turned against us. I don't know how else to describe it. Spriggans and Sench just started tearing through our village in numbers. We've had to take refuge in the sacred cave where we hold our religious ceremonies. Trethane Roland sent me to look for outside help. I don't know what he intends. He said something about a horrible crime. I think he thinks the forest is trying to exact justice for something. He's in the sacred cave with the others.
Ready to ride. Let's knock some heads. Stay ready. Never know what else might be headed our way. Useful. Hold on to that. No such thing as a wasted day, so long as we go fishing. Now that's the type of catch worth bragging about. You could craft something nice with that.
I can't tell you how glad I am you're here. Something is horribly amiss, and we can't leave this cave without fearing for our lives until it's put right. We are followers of the Green Pact, pledged to protect the forest from all harm. In exchange, the forest shapes itself to our needs. But now the forest has turned against us, stirring the Sench to attack us and driving us into hiding. Only a gross violation of the Green Pact could cause the forest to attack us in this way. My suspicions were confirmed when we entered this cave. We found the sacred blossom, Sanguine Alendo, cut from its stem. No wonder the forest is angry. The requirements for correcting a violation of the Green Pact are well established. 3 kinds of proof are required for judgment: witness testimony, physical evidence, and a magical omen. Without all 3, no judgment can be rendered. I've been able to narrow the suspects by talking to the villagers, but to gather more evidence we'd need to leave this cave. For as long as justice is denied under the Green Pact, the forest will destroy any of us who set foot outside this cave. You have my gratitude. There are 3 suspects whose behavior has been called into question. Aranak, the Khajiit merchant, Spinner Aranas, and his wife Gathiel. I suggest talking to my people to find possible witness testimony before venturing into the town.
I heard you've been made Pact Advocate. Is this true? I want to help in any way I can. The Green Pact is sacred, and the person who broke it must be brought to justice. Anything to fix this. A real piece of work. Always scheming, that one is. Spinner's wife or not, I'm sure she's guilty. She's been sick for weeks and just happens to get better the night the pact was broken? I'd testify against her in a heartbeat. I heard you've been made anything to fix this. Aranak's been in our town for years. Why would he suddenly decide to do this? Besides, the pact is a special bond between the Wood Elves and the forest. I don't think the forest would react this way if Aranak were guilty. Aranis is a good man. He's the village spinner, so it's his job to pass on the stories of the Wood Elves and the Green. I learned about the Green Pact from his stories when I was a child. He would never endanger the village, or break the pact. Aranak's been in our town for years. Why would...
So Trethane Rollin has you looking into the destruction of the sacred flower. I hope you understand this isn't just about a plant. The Green Pact defines us. Our whole way of life is based on it. I hope you take the investigation seriously. I'm happy to answer any questions you have, but I can tell you already that it was our spinner. He's an alchemist. He makes unnatural concoctions with plants. He claims to never use anything forbidden, but everyone knows that alchemists need lots of herbs to do their work. I am willing to testify against him for bringing this down on us. That merchant is harmless. He only gets what people ask him to acquire, and I've never seen him harm a leaf. If it weren't for him, we'd be cut off from the rest of the world entirely. He's an alchemist. He makes unnatural concoctions with plants. He claims to never use anything forbidden, but everyone knows that alchemists need lots of herbs to do their work. I am willing to testify against him for bringing this down on us. I won't stand any bad-mouthing of Gathiel. Sure, she's married to that alchemist, but she's nothing like him, rooting around in the dirt for dead leaves. The way she carries herself, Her beauty, her refinement, she would never stoop so low.
So Trethane Roland wants you to investigate the violation of the Green Pact. I don't see what there is to investigate. The culprit is plain enough, but I'm happy to help.
Ask what you want, but I think it's obvious who did it. That Khajiit has always held our traditions in contempt.
The night the Green Pact was broken, there was a terrible storm. I was sitting by the window, watching the lightning. That's when I saw that filthy cat sneak off into the woods towards the cave. I will happily testify against him. Spinner Aranas is our guiding light. He helped heal my cousin when she got sick, and has always been a staunch defender of the Green Pact. It's offensive he's even under suspicion. Gathiel has her moments of ego, but she's a loyal member of this community. We were all praying for her during her recent illness, and were thrilled at her recovery. I don't think she's capable of this crime.
Give him a fight. Never a dull moment. Attack the secondary terminals! Secondary terminals are attempting to compensate. Give them a whack!
Protect the secondary terminals!